feedback from people that have said I need to get better with my lives and I should be announcing them to give people an opportunity to join. I'll look to try to do that. These are just, the lives that I've been doing have just been more to respond to questions and queries and things that have come up, and or where I've just felt like giving an update on stuff that's happening. So this one here, I'm not sure if the heading of it is showing. I tried to type it in, but this is an update on the next Reckoning event. So, or the next 2 Reckoning events. So those that would follow along with the channel would be aware. So I've received a bunch of emails, probably around about the 40-ish mark in terms of number of emails that have come through, people that have expressed an interest in wanting to participate in the next Reckoning event for an opportunity to earn one of these t-shirts and the challenge coin. And that's cool. Awesome. We've done the inaugural first event. That first one's in the books, and that one's done. We didn't have anybody complete it, unfortunately, there. Like I said, I'm not precious about it. It is a scaled version of an SAS selection, and it's for 30 hours. And if everybody who participates passes, I've got no issue. That's awesome. If nobody passes, again, I've got no issue. That's fine with me as well. So, hey, bro, good to see you, Dan. So with regards to this here, I'm just looking at the earlier post which had the poll. I put a poll in there. So the dates were 24th of January, 7th of Feb, 14th of March, and the 4th of April. There looks like there's 34 votes in there as of today in terms of what I'm looking at. Sorry, just trying to take advantage of the sun here in Te Whanganui-a-Tara. Hey, thanks, mate, for the kind comment. Also, probably I should have mentioned as well, not probably, just to acknowledge those that lost their lives on the 11th of September back in 2001. So September 11th today. Apologies for not mentioning that at the start of this live, but yeah, definitely thoughts that isn't one of those dates that I'll always remember, and I'm sure everybody will always remember where they were when we heard what happened on that day. So here, back to the Reckoning update. Those dates, 44% of the 34 votes have chosen the 24th of January 2026. So I have received some emails. I think there's at least one person that comments as well, mentioned that it's their birthday on the 24th of January, and they think that'll be a good way to start the new year. So there's clearly some interest in that. So 44% of the 34 votes. Next is April, 4th of April, with 35%. And then February and March, respectively, is 12% and 9%. So what I'm going to do is offer 2 dates within the first 4 months of 2026. Again, they're subject to the minimum numbers, which are 6 participants, fronting up, making the payment, completing all the other administrative stuff that happens before they actually get to the stage of making payment, if they still want to. And then the maximum number being 10 participants. So subject to those 2 things, or at least the first one being met, minimum 6. If we meet that, then they'll go ahead. So I'm going to offer one for the 24th of January 2026, and the next one on the 4th of April 2026. Those 2 respectively 12%, 9% for February and March. If you want to participate, you can either split yourselves between trying to get ready for January or the April event. Those that are looking at and that have expressed a desire to want to do one later in the year of 2026, I'll still look to offer that as well. It'll probably be maybe around the same time as what I ran the inaugural event. So yeah, somewhere late July, September or October next year will be another event as well. But we'll see how it all goes. It all depends on, sorry if you can't hear me if it's too windy, but it will all depend on the next event, or if we're lucky, the next 2 events, if they actually go ahead or not. So what have we got? Yep, those are the dates. There's only 34 votes that have come through on the poll, which is probably pretty similar to the number of emails that have come through to my inbox. So whether those are fake votes or what, who knows. Couple of reasons for, which I should have mentioned, for the dates, and I need to mention the cutoff as well. So the cutoff will be for the 24th of January date, the cutoff will be Monday the 1st of December this year. Reasons for that is one, to give participants that are genuine about wanting to participate in the event an opportunity to save, for one, because it's not cheap. I understand that. So it's $1,850 for those that want to per person. The other part is to give me enough time to make any bookings for, there may be other locations which would give me a little bit more time to be able to get into, but booking of the pools and booking of vehicles and all that sort of stuff, the more notice I can give, typically the cheaper it is. The less notice I give, just I'm concerned that it might be a little bit more expensive. So I don't want to run the risk of that. And if I get the confirmation and the funds in by the 1st of December, then that'll give me a chance to make all the relevant bookings before we know it. 24th of January rocks up and rolls around, and then we're needing to get into those places. So that's that. April, I haven't worked out a cutoff date for that, so I'll probably do that if and after the January event goes ahead. So yeah, I'll provide a cutoff in terms of payment wise and registration wise for the April event, subject to the January one going ahead. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully this gives people a bit of warning and a bit of a heads up. The other bits and pieces which are probably important and maybe people may want to know is, after all, it is a scaled version of a selection process. So the runs or the run element, the tested elements being the 2 kilometer run, the push-ups, the sit-ups, the pull-ups, the 6 kilometer pack march, the swim test, which none of the swim test is shown in the footage of the inaugural reckoning, as well as then the 7 kilometer run with 5 kilos or at least 5 kilos worth of weight. Those testing things will likely still be the same. Hey bro, kia ora Charlie 29. Those things will still likely be the same. So those that are or had queries and we're wondering, is it going to be harder? Am I going to make the run longer? Is there going to be a higher standard expected or required? No, the requirements that were done on the first one are going to be the same as what's required for the next one. If everybody that comes on is blitzing everything, then I might have to look at it and revise it, but it's a scaled version. So there have been, as I mentioned, I think in one of the updates, requests from people wanting to do a more fuller version, and by that they meant, could we do the required runs and push-ups and all that sort of stuff and pack marches as per what the actual standard or requirement would be for an actual selection. Yeah, I'm not at that stage yet. Like, I could shift it and make it that, but for now, no, we're just keeping it as a scaled version, and we'll go from there. Maybe I think I might have suggested or mentioned we might look at potentially doing a non-scaled version of elements of a selection and still keep the scaled version. So for now, the interest seems to be predominantly in the scaled version, and we'll see what happens. It's all fun and games, and it all looks and sounds good until it's time to front up. So that's about it. Just the update on when the next reckoning will be. So key takeaways: need the minimum numbers. There needs to be 6 participants minimum. The maximum cutoff is 10. The first date we're going to look to offer, or that I am offering, the next one is for Saturday, the 24th of January 2026, and then the Saturday 4th of April. Hey Rob, good to see you, brother. Or good to hear from you. Then the next one is Saturday the 4th of April, which will be offering, subject to the 24th of January event taking place. If that doesn't take place, then I may still offer the April one, just depends. The cutoff, the other key part is the cutoff for the 24th of January one is Monday the 1st of December 2025. So those that are wanting to participate, then that's going to be the cutoff. You'll need to have completed, like, get in touch with me looking to confirm your place. I'll have some admin stuff that you'll need to do, confirm the medical confirmed the assumption of risk and waiver form. Once that's done and we've confirmed all those things, you'll then need to make payment. Then you'll receive the full joining instruction for where to be, what to have, etc., etc. That just gives me time to book and pay for stuff in advance with more notice. Going into the December period, there'll be people going into holidays. Into January, there's probably still people on holidays up until mid-January. Businesses are probably still closed and stuff up until around that point anyway as well. So it just gives me some time before Christmas and on the other side into the new year to really try to make sure that I lock down and finalize any bookings that need to happen for places that we might need to go as far as the reckoning goes. So hope that makes sense. If there's any questions, my details, there's been no shortage of people reaching out to me on my email through the email that I've got on my channel in the description, so feel free to do that. Otherwise, feel free to whack stuff in the comments as well, and they'll likely make it to my comment section where I'll reply. So as always, if you made it this far, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it, and yeah, until the next video, we'll see you on the next one. Won't worry about the wrap up here because this is just an update on the reckoning. So yeah, have an awesome day wherever you are, and again, respect and appreciation and thoughts to those that lost loved ones and all that sort of thing on September 11 all those years ago. So take care, everybody. See you in the next one.